and it just doesn't look climbable at all. And this is new information that most of the teams have probably learnt about within the last week or so, or perhaps longer, because they're always training against each other. But it could be quite an important factor going into those rounds on Glacier, because it's...
That is going to be Glacier. First of all, though, we are going to start off on Ensk. Community predictions. I'm actually surprised that all of us are going with the same team. Even Ducky, sees Cashback pretty favored here, 5-2. You're saying it's going to be 5-3, and me with the Hopium coming in, saying we are going to go the full distance. That being said, hit and run, they will be answered. Keep in mind this is Onslaught, so lineups might change, but for now Cashback coming in with the triple mouse, double 705A, Fosh B, and Little playing the E4.
Yeah, very, very heavy lineup from Cashback being brought.
Receiving almost 1400 damage, and on the other side, on the green, the IS-7 of Pan's Fury directly driving towards the information tower, while that is quadruple 60 TP by hit and run, looking for the engage on towards Cashback.
Yeah, hit and run, looking for some kind of overmatch, but it is a trap from Cashback. They're pushing straight into the Fosh B. The entire team of Cashback is here. There is no free pick to be found. Liberty is taking quite a bit of damage in the Fosh B, but with the ability of active, he's going to heal quite a lot of that back. And look at the HP difference. It's already 4k in favor of Cashback, and they pick up the first kill on Piotr, who goes down. In the meantime, Monster trying to flank the Barbarian with the mouse here. Pan's Fury in the IS-7 as well, but the guns in the game and the HP. Now Cashback are re-pushing back into the tanks from hit and run. They're going to pick off T-Sec. A big strike comes in, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Indeed, the strike not looking to be enough. 4k HP disadvantage currently for hit and run, and the Barbarian able to pick up another kill as hit and run already down 2 guns. There are not really any that low HPs for Cashback even, and this is starting to absolutely hurt hit and run. The Polish juggernaut struggling in game number 1. Liberty has reloaded in the Fosh, and Franek about to go down as well. Cashback looking absolutely stellar and supreme in game number 1.
Yeah, Cashback were more than prepared. Pretty much exactly what I said would happen did take place here. Cashback just completely shut down this aggression that hit and run decided to bring, and it was kind of identical to what we saw yesterday. Cashback are going to win this match without dropping a single gun. They have 11,000 HP left. Piotr, in the beginning of the round, was basically dead before the push even began. Yeah, a lot of firepower from the side of Cashback. But hit and run themselves are bringing quite a few tank destroyers. Double E3, E4, 268 V4 as well, mouse and an IS-7. So, and this time, of course, both teams have opted to bring the RHM Panzerwagen. So this game is going to be a lot slower, you'd like to imagine, than the previous round. Connector, I think they went a little bit early here. You've got Barbarian in the Wheezy, of course. Don't forget about him. He's been pretty much AFK for the beginning of the round, but has a nice angle here on towards the likes of T-Sec, on towards Monster. T-Sec runs away into the strike, but now he's down to low health as well. And the flank is coming in from the likes of Franek and Pan's Fury. They're putting in good shots on towards Coyote. The HP keeps swinging. Mentos picks up the kill on IZ in the 268v4, and now we've got T-Sec who's going to fall towards Liberty as well. The RHM from the side of hit and run, being on lower health, is kind of unable to support in that situation. Piotr gets picked up as well, and now the guns in the game are in favor of Cashback, but hit and run have more HP. Yeah, hit and run with only 3 guns remaining. The HP is still kind of close, and Pan's Fury picks up a kill, but it's only going in favor of Cashback at the moment. They just need to stabilize the situation, allow Liberty to flank the likes of Ketsai. Big shot comes in, but Liberty hits the strike on towards Pan's Fury, and now it's just Franek on full HP trading it out. He's got no teammates left to support him though, so he's going to get flanked. He goes through the gap in the building to narrowly avoid getting shot by Twilight, but is he only delaying the inevitable?
It seems to be that way. Both Twilight and Franek missing their shots respectively, but Cashback still have an ace up their sleeve, and that is the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen of Liberty that is just thriving in the environment now. He is playing against two turretless tank destroyers, both of them pretty low, actually 2-shot for either tank and Franik. Now, there is little he can do in this situation because Little is coming from behind and does put in the final nail into the coffin of that tank as Liberty is duking it out against Katsai that was looking to maybe get another kill on the board, but Cashback on Ensk. 2-0 hit and run.
Well, it's gone exactly to plan for the side of Cashback. The punish pick has worked to perfection. It's going to put them up 2-0 in this best of 9, and that is a huge win for them to start off this series. Will Cashback look to punish this boost that we might see, or will Hit and Run even use it to begin with, or will we just get both teams completely ignoring the idea and playing as though it doesn't exist?
I mean, both those teams maybe even trained without knowing about the boost. Cashback definitely did, so I don't think they will incorporate it immediately. That being said, though, interesting stuff currently in the tank picking department. It is not final yet, but it's looking spicy on Cashback's lineup. Indeed, he's now a one-shot for the 60 TPs, but actually they did only spot 5 tanks. The Gorilla is still a question mark on the lineup of Cashback as well. Now triple cap getting started. Now the Gorilla, however, doesn't seem to be a question mark anymore. Coming in with the ability is Little 1100 plus damage. Remember, guys, you get an alpha boost plus you also get more accurate with the Gorilla ability, and hitting for over 1k can be very, very spicy. Now, however, Hit and Run are going to get pressured probably into something that they don't want to do, which is pushing the Gorilla or pushing into the Gorilla, because the EBR is obviously able to punish from above. Hit and Run in full on assault. They are hitting and they are running, but are they running to the grave is the question.
Yeah, they've got to pick up these 60 TPs quickly, but they decide to just roll back. There's 14 seconds left on the cap and no one from the side of Cashback has a strike available. They also don't have a CS63, which means they have no mini strike available. So Barbarian, despite just getting absolutely punished for that peak, he's going to have to keep driving back forward. Squeezy just sitting there on the edge of the cap, just hoping and praying that the side of Hit and Run don't overpeak again. Brawl with the EBR going on. In the meantime, Monster has actually boosted up, or they've taken middle with the CS in the meantime while the 60 TPs overpeak, so that was a good deception there. Akamezi.
Barbarian starting to peek in towards Pan's Fury, and T-Sec does a good shot combined with someone else, is on a one-shot now, and Mentos is going to start chasing away Liberty. Hit and Run, they're currently at this gun disadvantage. T-Sec is looking to equalize that. Barbarian with the last shot, and T-Sec bleeding heavily, going down as well. So 5 tanks only remaining for Hit and Run that had to invest a lot of HP in towards that CS cross up. Finally, Aka falling to the grave, but Coyote starting up a DPM fight against Pan's Fury is obviously gonna win that, and I said already reloaded again. Hit and Run looking shaky, Hit and Run looking beaten on Glacier #1.
Yeah, Cashback had their number here. The initial overpeak with the 60 TPs looked to be going in favor of Hit and Run, but the Gorilla doing a lot of work from the side. Liberty also staying alive. Little is even going for the 1v1 with the Gorilla versus the RHM. That's going to be difficult for him to pick up the kill, but he has plenty of teammates to support him there. Does he get the kill? He does, and that closes out Glacier with a bang.
Is not easy, but is it going to be 4-0, or are Hit and Run finally going to show up in the match is the question. Cashback obviously want to go towards match point, and they're doing so with a much more conservative lineup than last round. Triple 60 TP, 1 IS-7, 1 CS-63, a Forshby, and a Rheinmetall to capture the artillery strike, and now Hit and Run are looking for the collapse. Actually, the E50M, the CS, both of them getting pulled close. The 60 TPs overpeaking in the middle, taking a lot of damage, and chaos does ensue as the E50M CS63 flank does come in, but Iset with the Foch is able to respond, does get taken down towards 15 HP, but stays alive for the time being.
Yes, Eyes does manage to survive and dodge death. He is starting to heal back and stay alive in the game, which is of critical importance. Meanwhile, Cashback have ignored the super heavies from the side of Hit and Run. They're going for the mediums. They're going for Ketsai. They're going to try and pick up T-Sec, and that is the win condition for them right now. Iced is alive and able to put in even more shots, and it's a disaster for the side of Hit and Run. Monster is trying to push in to get the kill, but he's not even a reliable one-shot for Monster's BZ75 here, and he's just like, oh no, I've got to get out of here. Rocket boosts away, trying to get round the corner, which will allow him to create crossfire for the rest of his team. Frantic now over peaking, and they do eventually pick up the kill, but Ice has wasted so much time.
And it seems to me like Hit and Run are going to secure their first round.
Yeah, Mentos on cleanup duty for the side of Hit and Run. Has the HP, is just going to just have a little bit of a farm fest here right at the end of the game as he looks to secure the first round on the board for his team, just farming little and little. There's nothing that he can do about it. He's face-hugging with Monster. Frantic picks up the kill, and Hit and Run, we said it was a critical round for them to win, and they do. They put a score on the board, and they go back. They lean further into their old playstyle key. They lean further into the, let's just brawl, let's just have a fight, let's go aggressive.
But the possibility and the danger obviously there that, you know, they end up losing to and then the match is over. That being said, Cashback are looking to put themselves on match point, and it seems like we are going to have Badgers after all. 2 of those being picked by Cashback together with a Rheinmetall, a CS63, double BZ, and a 60 TP.
In Badger we trust, say Cashback, as they bring double Badger again to Westfield. Bliskovica, double Bliskovica being brought by Hit and Run, another Polish powerhouse tank there. Triple BZ, 1 CS, 1 RHM, so a bit more mobility and flexibility from the side of Hit and Run, these Badgers.
People as well, so currently 2k HP advantage off of the strikes. Now Ice at the focus, then that BZ75 starts to pop his heal circle, but is still very healthy. The punishment currently coming out from Hit and Run seems to be not enough. 2k HP advantage for Cashback, and as the dust of this initial engagement settles, the team in Pink do have secured quite the HP lead. No kills claimed by either team at this point in time, and little in that Badger is just shutting down 4 tanks by itself at the moment.
Yeah, Hit and Run, they're losing all the map control. You can see Liberty just providing crossfire as well. Hit and Run, they're trying to make their play, they're trying to focus out the Badger of little, but they're unable to pick up the kill immediately, and more strikes come in. Monster loses 2 crew members there and is perma-stunned. The HP still going in favor of Cashback at the moment, who look to have set up well for this potential push that Hit and Run wanted to make. They hesitated because of the Badger's threat. It looks so dangerous in this position, but Tsek now trying to make a flanking maneuver, trying to provide some crossfire. Frantic pushing in as well, but that's just into the garage as he gets absolutely deleted. The guns in the game are even, but Cashback have almost double the HP.
Cashback indeed, still 10k HP remaining, and the thing is their low HPs right now are not really in any danger if Little doesn't overextend here, but at this point in the game it looks very much won for the team in Pink. Piotr able to claim the life of Little, though equalizes the guns once again, but Pan's Fury, Monster, all of them are very, very low, and Piotr burning to a crisp in the top left part of the map. So once again, gun advantage coming out from Cashback here, that double down on just that. Pan's Fury biting the grave as well, and Cashback do secure match point for themselves on the first round of Westfield. Taking the information tower, the light tank for Hit and Run is a little bit behind on that, and we see Barbarian once again getting split off in towards that corner. This is basically the same strategy that Cashback applied last time we saw them playing Westfield. This time, however, Hit and Run, this is their last opportunity in the Onslaught Legends Series qualifier. Barbarian unable to boost out of the hole because Frantic is keeping him there, dropping down towards a possible 2-shot for those BZ75s as the double Badger appears and starts chipping away at Franic's HP.
Yeah, there needs to be a reaction from Cashback, and they're going straight back into the north of the map. We're going to have a brawl in the middle of A3 as everyone converges towards the corner. Coyote is caught in the middle of the open. Barbarian looks to be the next one to fall, but Hit and Run need to come back in with their tanks themselves. Ketsai and Monster in the Bliskavicas are doing what they can to try and support, but the Badgers have asserted cemented their dominance in the hole here. Pansfury is not, there's nothing that he can do. He's just going to lose that 1v1 to Little. But how to hit and run react across the map? There's mini brawls going on all over the place. We've got Ice trying to flank Monster in his IS-7. T-Sec is there to support him. Pansfury is caught in between two Badgers. It's a Badger train right now that's going on. This is an extremely unorthodox brawl that's happening. A Squeezy shoots Ketsai, who's in front of him, but he's got Pansfury shooting from behind. Monster looks to do another shot before he goes down, which could be critical. Eyes drops a little bit of HP, and now as the dust settles, there's only 2 tanks remaining. Little in the Badger, who has been ignored the entire game, and Eyes in his Amarak IS-7 hit and run are still in this contest.
Hit and run still in it to win it, as Little in that Badger looking for mushrooms, finding the back of Pansfury, so he's probably going to reward himself with one or more kill, but that's going to be all she wrote for the team of Cashback, at least in this round. They are still on match point, but Hit and Run manage to split Westfield 1-1.
Is they just continue with this aggressive playstyle, and I have this feeling that Cashback, like we've seen in previous rounds, they're just going to set up to hard counter it. But Cashback have got a very aggressive lineup themselves. Double Foch B, double 268v4, 277 and a 60 TP. There's a lot of torpedo tanks in that lineup.
Starting to drive 3 tanks, I believe, directly into the cap, and T-Sec missing his shot in the 2684, or rather not penetrating it on towards Aka.
Yeah, an early move into the cap circle from the side of Cashback, and critically key, they don't have control of the strike. Hit and Run do not have control of the strike. Squeezy has it, so the reset is going to have to come from someone blocking it, and that's going to be poor Franek, who's forced to drive into the cap circle, and this is exactly what Cashback want here. They want Franek to push in so they can trade out for him. How do Hit and Run react to this?
How do Hit and Run react is the question. First of all, the cap has been blocked, so Cashback now needs to do some sort of reaction. That is coming in towards Ketsai, that takes a shot of damage, is able to retaliate on towards Squeezy. Now Aka trying to peek, trying to find out what is actually happening here in the cap. Puts one in towards Franek, that is shooting on towards the other heavy tank of Cashback currently, and now I think the trap gets sprung. Cashback starting to push off the cap here. Franek, the first focus, was on fire. I think he had an extinguisher, but now that one is obviously spent. T-Sec coming in with the V4 himself, able to put Aka down towards a one-shot with the help of Pansfury. Franek the focus for Cashback, and Hit and Run's HP are dwindling currently, but Ketsai with the first kill.
Yeah, Franek's taking a long time to go down here, and this is really good for Hit and Run right now. They haven't even been able to kill him. He's still alive. We've got Little against Piotr in the Foch B versus 268. That's always a difficult one for the Foch B if he doesn't connect his shots, plus ability boosting on the 268. Franek, as a one-shot angling, does fall, and now we have a 6v6 situation.
A 6v6 situation, but Piotr obviously does not have the longest of reloads here. Mentos now fighting it out against the Foch B, is struggling a bit frontally, should be picking up the kill momentarily if the Foch B doesn't reload in time here. Ketsai down towards one shot, does get killed as well in the mouse as Mentos is able to finish off the Foch B. Monster falls in the E50M. It is Hit and Run fighting for tournament survival here, but fighting against superior odds. Cashback with 2000 HP advantage at this point. They also have a gun more in the fight currently. Liberty taking a shot from the Rheinmetall, but Cashback, it is theirs to win at this point.
The Sharks are circling, and Cashback is taking the map control. Squeezy is capping the strike as well. It's looking pretty good for Cashback right now. Hit and Run kind of need a miracle if they want to turn around this game. Twilight just waiting in the Foch B.
Only 2 tanks remaining, and a dream make that one for Mentos that is faced with 3 tanks for Cashback. And there have been wonders before, but I don't think this one is happening today for Hit and Run. Cashback just proving to be the superior team here. 5-2 the final scoreline, so that also means that Darky's prediction was entirely correct. Unfortunately, some might say, but even more unfortunate it is for Hit and Run here that do drop out. Past year's WCI winners have been eliminated from the competition. They are not going to return. That That also incidentally means that the grand final that's going to be happening very, very soon is going to be a repeat of the upper bracket final, and that one went the distance with the better end for Mafia yesterday. So now both of those teams are going to be picking and banning maps. Who do you see like in front? Obviously yesterday no clear, I mean there was a winner, a clear winner, Mafia. First of all though, pick and ban has been completed in between Mafia and Cashback. There was no advantage like we would normally see in a grand final, because the advantage for the teams was basically the seeding that they got from the start. So this is why we have the same pick ban structure as for the other best of nines. Westfield and el-hallufe getting taken out respectively. So both of the teams taking out pretty brawl heavy maps here. And we are going to start on the map that we just finished on. It's going to be Pilsen in towards Ghost Town.
Just the feeling I got in Cashback on round number 1. They're not recycling here, Kihant. RHM, 2268v4, a CS63, a 277, and a mouse to round it off.
Him and I said not really seeing each other, but Conrad immediately taking one to the face from Little.
Yeah, good shot there from Little and his 268v4, Orchek, and the other V4 not really doing much against each other. And here comes Cashback though, starting to take the field, and Mafia needs to make some sort of a reaction here, Okihan, because they're allowing themselves to get surrounded a little bit. YOLO's now forced away from the angle that's going to be taken over by Liberty, and the mouse in the cap, Marcel, you know it, I know it, he's slowly going to get peppered from the field. Who can withstand it in the CS63, gets clipped out, gets put down as well, and now the strike will need to be used by Twilight on towards Conrad and Barkis to make sure that they don't fall to a cap. And now they're starting to push forward these 60DPs, though Mafia is actually going to cap out because the strike missed! It's over! It's actually over! The strike missed. They would probably win anyways, but what a start to this grand finals for Mafia.
Round number 2 here, and Cashback are going to be annoyed, angry, confused, puzzled maybe, but they need to shake that off very quickly, because Mafia is 1-0 up, and Mafia looking to extend it. A singular Rheinmetall, 12684, 1 Fosh, double mouse, double 60 TP.
Cashback, on the other hand, doubling down on TDs, man. Double Fosh B, double 268v4, RHM, 277, 60p. But Mafia's lineup key, I really like it against this this style that Cashback is bringing. It's just so much meat, so much HP, so much armor. It's pretty hard for those TDs. And that is normally a win for Barbarian, because he is able to do another free shot squeezy as falling. But look at Marcel's HP in the meantime. Little and Ice trying to pick up Conrad in the meantime, but I think Little realizes that it's not the engagement he wants to go for in that Fosh B, and he take a lot of damage for that as well. Down towards 500. He'll heal back minuscule amount, while Barbarian should be winning. Nice shooting from him is going to make it a clean exchange against Orchek, and with Squeezy falling against Barkis, Barbarian should find Orchek, and then it will be kind of even, but Little took so much damage for no reason.
Little taking a lot of damage here indeed, but the 1v1 still going on, and Orzek with another shot, a good shot from the backlines. They're actually coming in, and Mafia still 2k HP advantage as Orzek finally falls, followed by Conrad. So once again the guns are even, and Iset needs to be extremely careful. Down towards one shot for him as well. Cashback and Mafia, they're trading blows here currently.
Blows indeed, but Ice, oh, he doesn't connect, but neither does Barkis though. Aka now in position to help out Liberty in the light, trying to do what he can. Twilight now pops his ability. He's taken a lot of damage, but he will survive throughout that. He is healing back all of that damage now. He does the thing that Little wasn't able to do. Use that ability to the best of his ability, actually. Barbarian pushing away YOLO. That's the best he could do, because he knows that he's a one-shot, and if he doesn't stop the strike, him or Ice are gonna die.
Indeed, and Barbarian now here waiting for YOLO in that Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Needs to be very careful what he does next. He does capture the strike, and YOLO takes a lot of damage, but takes down Iset in that 268v4 as well. Twilight getting set on fire by the opponent in the Fosh B. Kubash with a good shot in towards the back of the Fosh, starting to take damage as well. But Mafia here well and truly ahead at this point in time, as Kubash shuts down the Fosh B on the enemy team, leaving only 3 tanks remaining, but Barbarian able to get another number in towards the mouse of Mafia. They're down, but they're not quite beaten yet. An HG putting him down towards 9 HP as well, but I think Mafia are going to pull through.
Mafia should be pulling through. Liberty getting picked up by Kubash, and that leaves just Barbarian on 9 HP, and Mafia come into this last chance qualifier finals with a wonderful start for them on Pilsen. Not 1, but 2-0.
Indeed, and Barbarian now faced with basically an impossible task, the HE shell from the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen to seal the fate of Cashback on Pilsen. And yes, they did look very, very good against Hit and Run, but Mafia seemed to be made of a different material. Just mentally, don't let that affect you, and just, you know, shut up and play. That is what they need to do. They're coming into Ghost Town now, and obviously lineup's still changing, but let's call them out anyway. Cashback looking for the first point in the grand finals here. Double mouse, singular 277, 1 705A, 1 CS, 1 Leo, and the Rheinmetall.
Doesn't have another plane available, but Ice is still spotted for a few seconds more.
Indeed, Marcel cannot really peek here though in that Leopard 1. I think he starts to realize that, and now Cashback in the city are starting to make a move. Little and Twilight with the mouse and 277 respectively are going to start engaging on towards Barkis and Orzek. This means that they have to turn around. They open themselves up towards the Leopard, but that means they also come close. Marcel in the Leopard finally falling, so first blood for Cashback. Still 7 guns available against the now 5 from Mafia.
Yeah, Twilight is pressuring forward in that mouse. They want to get Barkis. They know that they can get him from 3 angles, and Key, we talked about the E3 diff in the beginning of the game. The E3 is amazing, Kihan, but what it doesn't do well is when it has to leave that hold and when it has to move around and it gets surrounded and shot from all sides. And Cashback, even on HP with Mafia, but Mafia just having only 4 guns available is just losing gun after gun after gun. Now Orchek is the next one down towards the 1-shot. Liberty cannot find the kill, but Coyote can do it instead. Squeezy might be down towards the 1-shot, but look at it. Cashback finally in this grand finals seems to be in their stride and are going to pick up round number 1 of Ghost Town.
Yeah, the HP close for the longest time, but what isn't close and what wasn't are the guns. 5 still available and shooting for a Cashback. Profuse and Kubash trying to evacuate the scene of, what was a round on Ghost Town where once again the light tank difference made the complete difference. Liberty here, an instrumental player for Cashback, outminding and outplaying Marcel completely.
Marcel, Barkis and Kubas are going to arrive on the cap, and the only thing I don't like here for the side of Cashback is that the RHM did not go straight to take the strikey hand, the one on the 7 line. I think that's something that the RHM can do in these kind of games. And Coyote getting spotted out, he will meet double 60p. Now the CS63 will come to take it. He will get a double strike out of that. Orchek might even want to try and block that, but Coyote body blocking the 60TP and might even find a reset already in that 705A. He doesn't. Squeezy will be taking the strike, but a lot of damage already taken on, for example, Coyote. Should take more. Profuse pushing on towards Barbarian. There's a strike, and here comes the push-off, though. They're going on to Twilight in that E3. He needs to do at least 2-3 shots of damage here to make that work. Marcel already taking a big one. Twilight dropped towards the 1-shot now. Who has the finish from Mafia? Can somebody finish at this moment in time? Kubash is the one to actually do it, but Squeezy already coming back in with Liberty. They find themselves an isolated and lonely Conrad in his 60 TP. And I would like to say, Kihan, that right now it's not looking all that good for Mafia. If Little can survive, then he can do a little bit more damage, and they have the angles.
They do have the angles indeed. Little needs to die for Mafia, that is. And now, once again, the BZs with the push on towards tanks to try and flank them. Coyote going down towards a 1-shot. Orzek here tracked, held in the open. As Kubash, I think, missing a shot on towards Coyote, who isn't able to retaliate either. Is Orzek gonna give up one more shot? No, he won't. Orzek and Coyote biting the dust as well. But Mafia, they're fighting from a back position. 3 versus 5 tanks, and Cashback have the HP advantage. The all-in cap play by Mafia falling apart, and Cashback on their map pick equalize the scoreline.
Yeah, and that all-in play here from Mafia, that cap pressure keyhand, it's very risky to even attempt such a thing. And like I said, I think even Liberty could have just taken that strike on the right side immediately when you see this play with the 705A and the CS covering him, so they can just quickly reset that cap whenever it's needed. And they didn't even need that. Even with the slower reset from Squeezy, they were still fine and pushing off with the BZs into an E3. Taking a lot of damage, Leo and Crossfire on 1-2, and by that time they already had lost the 60 DP.
They beat both Hit and Run and Cashback already. So let's see, no emotions at all for like Mafia and Ensk. Let's see if it's going to be positive or negative after these two rounds here. Cashback going into Ensk, and that looks like a little bit of a switcheroo in the tank department. Triple Mouse, double 705A, a Fosh B, and Little once again in the E4. I think that's a lineup we saw already from them though.
Squeezy, Liberty, Ice, they're all going for this. They want to push in, they want to get behind these 705As. Little Liberty needs to get through, getting blocked a little bit by Barbarian there, but here comes Cashback, here comes the play. Can they actually make this work? Can they focus out the 705As? Conrad already in a pickle. He is definitely down and out now. Barkus is going to get blocked by Ice as well. Beautiful body block there, but he does manage to slip into the gap, slither away even, but not before dropping to rather low HP. Liberty now trying to tank the damage with that Fosh B. He has so much of it. Barkus may have gotten away for a mere moment in time, but now will be falling to Ice as Twilight is able to keep alive him and Barbarian on low HP, but Cashback are able to do what Hit and Run wasn't, able to kill those 75As rather quickly.
Indeed, just more tanks in the fight for Cashback, and that is translating in towards a gun advantage. Mafia unable to withstand this absolute pressure that Cashback is putting with those mouses, able to get the Fosh B into the fight immediately, and Kubaj with the 430U just completely out of it. He was trying to take the point of interest, he was trying to take the spotting tower, expecting a very long match, but Cashback with the different plans here. Immediately the engage exploding out of that southern spawn of Ensk, and they do find victory here. So the positive emotions both of us have when we are talking about Cashback and Ensk, they are continuing.
Yeah, and the E4 is actually a really good tank for this map, to be honest. With that pen, it doesn't struggle with anything that the boys from Mafia brought. I mean, 705As are a snack for an E4. 268 V4 is annoying, but not quite as annoying as it would be against V4 or Mouse against it. And it's actually just a really good tank. And the Fosh B of Liberty in this round did find success, was able to use that burst to delete one of the 705As, made a good timing, made a good play, came in, clipped out, and then was able to do it again. And it was really ballsy from Cashback to make this push across, because a lot of Mafia tanks were there, but they do make it work. But now on Ensk, they're struggling a bit more. Cashback, though, signature playstyle on Ensk Nord. Mouse, 705A, 268 V4, E3, E4, VZTD, RHM.
And for Mafia, we do see the Mouse, the 705A times 2, the V4, the E3, the E4, and the Rheinmetall. So once again, both of those teams, I think, probably voting green as they once again recycle. Is Liberty going to use his strike in turn is the question. He does first of all take the information tower, and he does strike just before the strike gets picked up by YOLO. So yeah, just, you know, Liberty playing perfectly there.
Yeah, he's just lowering YOLO's HP overall. Little is actually starting to pressure back onto the rails. He got a cross for free. He doesn't hit Conrad though, and he needs to be really careful with that E4. There's an E3 staring behind him. A little bit of a move there from Little. Takes another shot of damage, this time from Kubaj. I think he needs to get out of there one way or another. He's now kind of stuck on this rail where he'll just take more and more damage. It was an interesting play. The E3 fires, so no connection there. Ice is now crossing over, starting to pressure the field. Barbarian's pressuring Zero Line as well. And now Squeezy, though, left to his own devices against Barkis, against Profuse coming as well. Liberty needs to be careful as well because Profuse is coming in that 268v4. They're trying to catch Zero Line here for the side of Cashback. They know that they did less damage, so they have to start trying something. And Liberty takes a big shot there from Profuse, who's just chasing Kihan.
As Squeezy is going to fall, Conrad already down and out. Finally, Squeezy and Twilight get double killed here, but currently Cashback has the kill advantage with the first kill.
Look at Marcel. Marcel's out in the open. Kill advantage is not even going to matter here whatsoever because Ice and Barbarian are going to pick off Marcel, and that puts the ball in Mafia's court. They have to make the plays now, but luckily for them, they know that there is somebody left to himself. It's the RHM. It's Liberty falling. But an Orchek also dies though to Little in the meantime, and that's yet again throwing the ball to Mafia, as in you have to play now. There is a strike available for the side of Mafia, and I think YOLO's going straight for that. Can Little actually dodge?
This now means again, Cashback would be winning if the time runs out.
They're even going to kill Kubash. They're going to find Kubash as well. Coyote finds a shot, and then Ice will be able to finish him off at a 268v4. Profuse with the mistake, Kihan. Same with Kubash as well. Doesn't need to be playing the cap. They even find YOLO. They're going to kill all of them to make it match point. But Mafia at end round scenario, falling to pieces, giving up kills where they shouldn't. Orchek, I don't think, should be dying in that scenario. They should have to waste at least a strike on him. And then Profuse and Kubash. I mean, YOLO realized by going for the strike, he knew. I mean, Little is like, you know, he can run all he wants, he's dead. You think it's going to be a repeat story here?
I mean, I hope. I'm hoping for more rounds, but I don't know. Cashback leaving it open, that means they possibly saw some mistakes that were easy to eliminate. And I think part of those mistakes was Barbarian playing a T57. That's not happening today, it seems, at least on Airfield 1. Liberty, singular Force B, then we do have 1705A, 1277, one mouse, double IS7, and the aforementioned 60TP.
They also have strike control, so they know that they are able to take that time and time again. Barbarian lets off a blind shot, will not connect. Squeezy pressuring the cap slightly, at the Force B on the balcony. How does Mafia get back into this again? Because right now, there's a grouping. There's a grouping. There's also a lot of damage being taken on Profuse in the IS-7. 2 shots from the Force B. And Mafia now coming to make what seems like a last-ditch effort to make a play here. But don't forget, there's this tank on the B line. It is a 277. Barcel coming in with the ram. Despite a lot of damage, to be honest, with that mouse extra. The CS is pressuring B line together with the RHM. YOLO already down towards the one-shot, 341. He's going to sacrifice his life for the CS of Kubash to actually pick up Ice, but now Coyote coming back in, Squeezy, Liberty, Little already there, Aka coming in the background as well as Coyote finishes off YOLO. Ice will fall against Kubash, but now can Cashback take this advantage and thanks to a fruition in this battle as they're trying to get in with everything. Little still trying his best. Liberty with the 4 shots, not able to really clip out right now. He's getting body blocked a little bit by Profuse, but as he finally turns around, they should be able to make the kill there, and Mafia will be down in HP, but even on tanks.
Even on tanks indeed, but Conrad gets another kill on towards one of the mouses, and that now leaves 5 guns available for Mafia here. Kubash not in any immediate danger of dying with that CS63, able to stay safe currently, and now Mafia with a last-ditch effort, currently also higher in HP again, starting to push on towards Little and Liberty. They realize as soon as the Force B comes back online with the clip, that would be a huge disadvantage for them. Shots going in towards Squeezy, who was on fire, but not in a good way. Marcel there with the bounce, and now Little comes back in here with Liberty in the Foch B reloaded. Bark is starting to reverse here. Doesn't take too much damage from the Foch that only now activates its ability. No one shooting it at the moment, so no damage gonna get healed back. Aka looking like he will get picked up, possibly. This is on a nice edge, but Mafia, they seem to be balancing on it from Conrad here, so the micro plays are also there by both teams, but obviously 4 guns or 5 are enough for a singular 705A, and Mafia say to the god of death, not today. But now Mafia, they already have different plans, sending Marcel and Barkis very, very close towards the opposing tanks. Barbarian peeking up, and both him and Barkis should be finding each other, but I think both of them are hold down, so only Coppola snipes available, both of them not connecting. One of the shots hitting the ground.
I'm gonna go for another slow airfield here. I mean, Liberty is literally just watching for Kubash to try and cross over. That's all he's doing right now. He's just holding that angle. So they have the information available. Triple tank in the cap for the side of Cashback though. Not much usage for that right now.
Well, Orzek is there to block the cap when needed, so Mafia seem to not be in the biggest of troubles once again. Cap halted. Orzek is just tipping in and out of it, tiptoeing his way there, so to speak. But the thing is, I think he kind of wants to let go of the cap once in a while, simply so he can find out how many tanks are still on it, or if a third tank possibly joined. Now, however, Squeezy and Aka leaving the cap, and I think now, with Marcel taking the strike, he looks sweet and repushable.
It seems like they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna do the exact same thing as what Mafia just did.
I think on the B line also the Rheinmetall and the 277 kind of forming up. That being said though, Barbarian starting to peek in. Coyote is going to drop down, so they're pulling the Uno reverse card on towards Marcel. Orzek also dropping down in towards the fray here. Not sure I necessarily agree with that sentiment. Conrad obviously trying to do what he can from the sidelines, and now it is Marcel that gets picked up as the first kill of the game. Orzek, I said, I don't agree with him dropping down there because he's just gonna be another HP Pinata.
Another HP Pinata that they're able to pick up. Little and Squeezy just body blocking Barkis and Profuse, trying to stop them from getting back in this. Ice and Liberty are unable to process towards Kubash though, and now Profuse jumping in as well. And you said it once, I'll say it twice. I'm not sure if this is what they want to go for, because Ice and Liberty, they have crossfire. They've stopped behind the rock. They want not to continue on towards the Kubash. Kubash is going to push himself back up, but Cashback right now has everything going for them. Orchek down towards the one shot, needs somebody to pick him up. Bark is not much better either in that 60 TP on the back line. Kubash now trying his best to eliminate these two guns here, but YOLO non-factor in this battle, hasn't been able to contribute. The strike will be good from Kubash, but it's only a level 1 strike, and that doesn't do enough. Now Barkis is the next one to get focused out, but they might actually just switch it up towards Conrad in that E4 and Cashback. They make the repush, they make it happen as well. Just 3 tanks left standing for them to secure the ticket to the WCI.
Indeed, Mafia here crumbling under the pressure, and Cashback are able to break the trend. They actually do secure a round on the opponent's map pick. 4 tanks alive and standing. YOLO getting completely bullied by the mouse here. Does a somersault, but not one of celebratory nature, as Barbarian takes one more strike by Kubash, but it is Aka to fire the victorious shell in the grand finals, and Cashback are going to secure victory. Yeah, so I think the nerves a little bit at the end failing for Mafia, and we do see YOLO not having a good last battle here, but it probably wasn't even him. It was the decision making by Orzek in that mouse to go in to support a lost cause, and the lost cause was Barkis that was down there, down and out already. Yeah, so, I mean, Cashback probably last game we're like, all right, repushing that seems to be good, noted. Oh, you're making a tank repushable there. Let's just do the exactly same thing, and Aka pulling a number on them. 6 kills, 6k and 3 kills to his name. Yeah, beautiful stuff, and obviously we do see the completed tournament bracket for the weekend here. Yesterday in the upper bracket semis, Mafia was able to best hit and run, and also able to beat Cashback in the upper bracket final, knocking both of those teams down to the lower bracket, where they then met, and Cashback was able to completely mop the floor with hit and run, and now in the grand final, Cashback bringing it home.
Bringing it home, well deserved. They made it happen. Not an easy road for them whatsoever, but nonetheless, they make it home. They have done what they needed to do. They're probably very happy. They would have liked to win the last tournament, Gihan, but I think they'll be pretty happy winning this one too.
Алло, здорово, пацаны, здорово. Здорово, пацаны. Привет, здорово. Пошла, 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 пошла. Сюда эту победочку, сюда эту бэброчку, ёброт. Здорово, пацаны, здорово. Я доволен, вы себе не представляете. Ёп. Тише, тише, тише. Я нереально доволен, нереально просто, нереально доволен. Вот он, про-плеер, вопросы, вопросы.
Илья, сколько там захватов было?
Захватов было просто ёпса, Илюша, блин. А, Илюш, ты про стрим прошлый? Один захват, да, блядь, ты чё? Какой плюс вайп, вы себе не представляете просто. Просто кайф. Это, если что, не бухло. Это Поляна Косова. Вот что пьют чемпионы. Ну, теперь только осталось надеяться, что все состоится. Я не знаю. Мы через такую хуйню сюда повыходили. Проебли мафию в верхней сетке 4-5. На еле-еле. Боже, там такая близкая игра была. Вот оно. Контент завозим. Вот. Про-плеер на месте. На месте. Ёбаный в рот этого фрика. Все, хватит кринжевать. Вот, короче, аэродром. Мы чуть-чуть поменяли мету. Закидывать здесь тычку. Подождите. Начало боя. Короче, у нас в сетапе сначала был 2 мауса. Я такой говорю, я хочу топоря. Я здесь чувствую, я хочу на топоре сыграть жестко. Вот, подкатываю я, короче, к захвату. Сразу даю бычку. Бычку даю на мауса. Потому что, ну, чувствую. Даю бычку на мауса. Выхожу, даю Орзышу сразу на 715. У Орзыша кусок лица на отлетел. Подъезжает ко мне койот. Они, короче, поднимают танк на балкон. Койот дает по этому танку, который поднимается на балкон. Баркис. Я уже вижу, мы дали 2 тычки. Мы уже дали 2 тычки. У меня в голове все. Имдец, я, короче, чувствую, я верю в себя, я чувствую, как ёбтый. Я чувствую, как ёбтый. Ордыш уже получил поеб... Там Марцел на маусе, я чувствую то, что я сейчас должен играть. Я опять давай бычку, опять выхожу в агрессию. Выхожу здесь, даю бам, 600. И койот. Бам, еще 500. Мы уже их всадили на 2 бесплатно. Я даю 2, койот дает 2. Мы их на 2,5 положили на лопатки. Я такой думаю, ну все. Центр мы не переигрываем. Плюшка свободная. Айсет на Б-линии. Бой вообще фри, просто картошечка фри, просто халявка. Я такой сразу в эту еблюшку, потому что плюшка дает 300 даги, там туда-сюда. Вот, сразу колем.
Ковальский, Грац, нас мание трусы на ланы в финале.
Спасибо большое, Ковальский, спасибо, браза. Я, короче, сразу ухожу в эту плюху, потому что понимаю, они сейчас вообще не смогут ее законтрить, закатываю эту плюху. Вот, сразу даем кол. Пацаны, реагируйте, вдруг они поедут на эту ебаную АБЦД-линию, а они тогда должны ехать. Мы снимаем сквизи с центральных позиций, потому что кол был. Мы снимаем сквизи с центральных позиций. Мы сейчас будем на тайминге уже колить, деда снимать, потому что понимаем, что они будут это играть. Я там фугасами пытаюсь Йола наблайндить, конечно, не залетать, но что он в поле стоит, вы видели, да, я там кинул левее. Вот, ну и начинается дня. У нас кол был, стягивайте танки, у нас дед не стягивается с мида, это полная хуйня. И пошла аркада. Либерти в сквизе не готов. И в меня идет выход. Я тут лево-право даю в Марцела этого тычку. Включаю плюшку, даю на ходу плюшку. В этот момент сижу в режиме, даю плюшку по Б-линии, потому что понимаю, что Б-линию надо убить. Роняется плюшка на 2 танка, залетает тычка в Йолу, Йол остается 300-хэповым. И нам не хватает урона в Б-линию, нам не хватает этого урона, не хватает. Меня там ставят вообще раком, но я свою тычку даю, я свой урон отдаю. И объясните мне, как мы можем вот так это отыграть. Вот объясните, как мы можем так это отыграть. Посмотрите, не-не-не, вы гляньте. У нас фуловый фош въезжает с литлом в ебучего Пруфуса, без негативок Пруфуса. И посмотрите, сколько Пруфус выигрывает времени, посмотрите. У нас 2 типа койот гатывается сквизи в Орзыша, посмотрите. Вражеская команда в одном моменте не теряет хп. Пруфус, посмотрите, он выигрывает 1 000 000 времени. Посмотри, он фуловый, у него 1800 хп. Он ебет их двоих просто в соло. Он в двоих их держит. Он держит. У нас Либерти должен был кадешить этот барабан за 8 секунд. Он его в итоге закадешил за 35. Он должен был после того, как умер Пруфус, уже вот сейчас быть почти заряженным. Почти. Я не понимаю, какого койот не ушел в сейф за эту горку, вот за вот эту, если у него проблема с хп. Койот должен был быть возле сквизи в этот момент. У нас Либерти уже должен был быть с фуллоп барабаном, подъезжать сюда. Они должны были в 4 танка выходить на этого Баркиза, Марцела и просто их сносить нахуй. Но индивидуально просто отсосали. Я считаю, отсос просто индивидуальный. Ну не вытащили индивидуально, не вытащили. Ладно, включу вам. Я только звук включу. Может, уточню у темы. Стой, пацаны, если я сейчас включу, нормально будет последний бой?
Да, давай.
Включить? Хорошо, окей. Хорошо. Че?
Нам нужно кого-то разменивать.
Подъедет, Зуда снизу, сломать? Нет. команда зацелена вот на эту хуйню.
Ты хочешь сразу упасть, Барик?
Нет, не хочу сразу, хочу сначала дать отстрел, потом ситуацию.
Не залетело.
Ой. Идите мид, сыграйте одним танком плюсом, пожалуйста. Сыграйте мид плюсом одним танком прямо сейчас. Поставьте здесь 2 мауса, поднимите танки.
Смотрите.
А где звук? А, он походу
Все. Все.
А, лаг был
Нет?
фрик.
Отсюда
Да.
нельзя кайскаку
Да.
закрыть,
Да.
или там нычку переделали?
Так мы не можем сюда танк запустить, и я вот так пролечу вторым.
Поставьте на захват танки.
Не спеши
поставьте на
падать,
захват
Барик.
танки. Надо подбайтить. Мы не делаем это сразу, мы делаем это лейтом.
Нам нужно просто...
Вы
Все.
понимаете то, что сейчас их вся команда зацелена вот на эту хуйню, потому что они это контрят?
Я могу
Мы
2
можем
плюс
от этого
поставить.
оттолкнуться?
Зуда, вставай.
Вы понимаете, они всей команды сейчас смотрят сюда, все. Что мы должны сделать, чтобы выиграть этот бой? Мы можем как-то вот это убить?
Нет,
зайти
не
с спины?
можем.
Я не знаю.
Сразу в бой
Вот тут
включим.
танк стоит
Ну,
уже.
тогда я просто объясняю то, что они все здесь стоят и смотрят сюда прямо сейчас.
Ну, это факт.
Это база. А 4 танка в захват и просто выйти и сломать? Нет, он же стоит здесь закрытый.
А я могу через дырку проехать
Нет,
и всех убить?
если мы
давай?
понимаем, что тут поляк, мы можем это рискнуть сделать.
Плюха.
Плюха, ты парю.
Надо ехать,
Все,
доехать.
делаем. Давайте, группируйте эти танки ко мне подкатывайте, едем, убиваем.
Я на
Максима.
маусе падаю.
Да, ты падаешь
да,
на
да.
маус. Надо оставить один танк наверху.
Вам
Нет,
надо
мы
уже
оставляем
было сбить,
один?
нет, чуваки?
Можете толкаться, а чё вы там
Да мы уже не
стоите?
Вы не
собьем,
сбили?
успокойтесь, мы уже не собьем, просто сгруппируемся.
Короче,
Снизу
ладно,
надо
я
маус
заеду.
одного, не?
Когда падать?
Я поеду вниз.
Подожди, ко мне.
Тихий звук,
Снизу,
громче
снизу,
нереально.
Снизу выйдет,
Я
расцветает,
сверху,
я
сверху.
Скорее не
ты падаешь
отпустите
сверху.
его оттуда.
Да не отпустит. На налепе готовились?
Да,
я
не
готов,
готов.
Зуда, давай,
блядь.
побежали. ЦСК КД, все, стартуйте. Зуда, выходи, просто танкуй. И 4 КД?
Я стою до сих пор. Нам нельзя, нам нужно как-то разменивать.
Ты стреляешь, ты просто
Цель добить.
Давайте яму,
Давай,
давайте яму
давай.
убьем.
Вот так
Давайте
стой,
яму
вот так
убьем.
стой, да, вот так стой.
Проходите в угол, синий.
Добил.
Вон, подставляется баркит,
Они
в меня
баскет.
Ты можешь
стреляют.
убить.
Едьте, Либерти, проедьте, они
Играет
КД.
меня. Так он рад тебя закрыл.
Падает, барки, смотрите, барки, видите
Да
кто?
просто встаньте, перестреляйте! Просто встаньте, перестреляйте!
Квизон, давай пайк.
Баркиза. Сейчас дам 3 секунды.
Давай тычку.
Не хочу.
Давай низ убьем, да нахуй не
Да,
надо.
давай.
Убейте
Барик, откатывай, они
Тут
тебя
пушка не
запустят.
опускается, аккуратно не упади.
Профуса, убить Профуса!
ЦСКА,
ТС-ку никто урон не даст.
Да, фокус.
Сквизи пайку и назад, все назад.
Бля, Барик Профуса
Закрой
добил,
меня,
нет?
если что, закрой
Добил
меня,
Профуса,
если что.
хорошо.
Не пробил.
Хорошо.
Орзыша, парни, надо добить.
Мауса добить? Мы сейчас маусу сверху.
Орзыша,
сейчас
пожалуйста.
добьем.
Жми в Конрада, жми в него,
Давай я
жми в
заберу,
него.
Сквизи, давай я заберу,
Давай,
Сквизи.
давай.
Хорош.
Доигрываем, парни. Зуда, просто
КД Е4 КД?
Да, когда, но
Поехали,
он уже
убьем, поехали, убьем.
зарядился, зарядился.
Да, закройся за мной. Говори 4-му.
4 КД. Я выйду, добью!
Тася, я дальше нажму.
Идите цецку закройте.
Йола,
Давите, играем!
Барик, отзывай, йола,
Играем! Убейте 2 танка, убейте Архема и второго!
Китай шлю!
Ко-ко-ко-ко-ко.
Давай, Барик, ты в этот раз не поедешь!
Ой-ой-ой, что ты видишь туда?
Домой, сука.
Слышь, Сквизи, а чего не радуются, не пойму.
Я не знаю.
Они хотят умереть или что, я не пойму.
Я просто Как вы прошлый аэродром отдали?
Да
Я
все,
просто
не
вас-
разговаривай лучше.
О боже, найс.
Ну, вот такое вот. Всем всего наилучшего. Спасибо, что были. Спасибо, что поддержали. Спасибо, что донатили. Спасибо за платочки. Спасибо за подписки. И огромное спасибо вам за поддержку, которую вы сегодня выдали на трансляции. Всем желаю всего наилучшего. Пока-пока. Услышимся, увидимся с вами во вторник. Будьте здоровы и огромнейшее вам спасибо. Все. Всем пока. Спасибо, парни. Бай-бай. Забрать.